Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Asanteni sana. Excellencies, honorable members, the KWS community, graduates, family and parents. I am delighted to join you in this very special occasion to celebrate the achievements of the graduating class of 2024 and to honor the entire Kenya Wildlife Law Enforcement Academy for making this event possible. This day is particularly significant as the KWS marks a historic milestone in the progress of our national wildlife conservation efforts, with the passing out of 1,274 rangers, representing the first recruitment of this kind in 10 years. The exceptional young men and women before us have been carefully instructed, thoroughly trained, and are now entrusted with the noble duty of safeguarding Kenya's invaluable wildlife heritage. After 6 months of rigorous training, they stand empowered, equipped, and prepared to protect our nation's wild spaces, ecosystems, communities, and nature. These are not just men in uniform. They are our green warriors stepping up at a critical time when the need to protect and revitalize our environment has never been more urgent. Their courage, commitment, and diligence in service will significantly contribute to Kenya's efforts to safeguard its priceless wildlife heritage, while also securing the livelihoods and prosperity of millions of our citizens, those living in the proximity of our national parks and elsewhere. Our wildlife is nature's savings account, an irreplaceable fountain of life and vitality. Every act of conservation is a thoughtful deposit into this account, yielding invaluable returns such as thriving habitats, clean air, pure waters, robust ecosystems, and a flourishing tourism sector. Conversely, neglecting or destroying this natural wealth amounts to reckless withdrawals, resulting in devastating costs like vanishing forests, polluted rivers, extinct species, and contaminated air. Such a price is far too much and too steep to bear. Apart from preserving our noble and priceless heritage, wildlife conservation is a cornerstone of Kenya's socioeconomic success. It fuels a tourism industry that contributes a remarkable 10% to our gross domestic product and sustains millions of livelihoods. Its influence also extends beyond tourism, supporting agriculture, fisheries, hydro, and other energy sources, including our hospitality industry. Through deliberate policies and partnerships, we have demonstrated that conservation and prosperity are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they are mutually reinforcing. The contribution of more than 250 conservancies operated by communities and private entities under the umbrella of the Kenya Wildlife Conservation Association have made it possible to reclaim critical land for conservation despite challenges such as climate change and land fragmentation. There is no longer any doubt that conservancies play a pivotal role in protecting wildlife, securing livelihoods, generating income, and enhancing human-wildlife coexistence. Consequently, they have a significant role to play in the implementation of our national wildlife conservation agenda. Our wildlife economy exemplifies the harmony we strive for sustainable collaboration, and efficient coexistence that unlock vast opportunities for communities living alongside nature. In this space, ecotourism ventures create jobs and boost local business, while carbon credit trading and programs provide direct financial benefits to those engaged in ecological stewardship. Community conservancies have transformed livelihoods by generating both direct and indirect income streams from grassroots levels, from villages, all the way to our national platform. Consider the example of Kalama Conservancy in Samburu County, where Saruni Lodge generates nearly Kenya shillings 1 billion annually through tourism revenue and employment opportunities in that ecosystem. Similarly, the Serolobi Conservancy, home to northern Kenya's only community rhino sanctuary, attracts thousands of visitors each year, fostering economic growth and conservation pride. In Taita Taveta County, Kambanga Ranch has implemented predator-proof bomas to harmonize livestock farming with wildlife conservation, reducing losses and fostering coexistence. Likewise, the Chulu Red project, with 65% of its area within Chulu National Park, exemplifies the broader benefits of conservation. Since 2019, it has created 450 jobs, 80% of which are for wildlife rangers, provided daily school meals to 35,000 children across 94 primary schools, and awarded nearly 4,000 scholarships across Rombo, Kuku, and Birikani group ranches in Kajiado County. These examples remind us that wildlife conservation is not just about preservation. It is a dynamic resource that transforms lives, uplifts families, and strengthens communities. By investing in conservation and equitably sharing its benefits, we are building a future where both nature and humanity can thrive together. The government of Kenya is firmly committed to addressing human-wildlife coexistence and mitigating the climate change impacts that exacerbate conflict. We have invested in projects aimed at providing water for wildlife in protected and conservation areas, mitigating dehydration during droughts, and reducing human-wildlife conflicts caused by animals seeking water in settled areas. For the first time, the government of Kenya is directly supporting community conservancies with infrastructure projects such as roads and water supplies for communities, livestock, and wildlife. Additionally, I have spearheaded a nationwide fencing program, starting with Lariak Forest in Laikipia County. In Taita Taveta County, we commissioned key fencing projects, including the Rombo Ziwani fence spanning 42 kilometers, the Bura Kasigao fence covering 25 kilometers, and the Kasigao Izera Risinga fence extending 38 kilometers. The building of this fence and all the efforts that we are making to address human-wildlife coexistence, the government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, disbursed Kenya shillings 908 million in financial year 2022-2023 during an event in Voi, Taita Taveta County. Last year, the 2023-2024, I officiated the release of Kenya shillings 950 million in Rumuruti, Laikipia County. This financial year, 2024-2025, Kenya shillings 1.1 billion is already being disbursed. To enhance efficiency, we have introduced a digital fund administration system for the timely compensation of human-wildlife conflict victims. This innovation, aligned with our better agenda, leverages the digital superhighway to significantly advance human-wildlife conflict initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, our steadfast commitment to anti-poaching efforts has yielded remarkable success, breathing new life into species once on the brink of extinction. In 2020, Kenya recorded 0 rhino poaching cases, a landmark achievement after years of battling corrupt and vicious criminal syndicates. Today, Kenya proudly boasts of Africa's 3rd largest rhino population with 2,004 rhinos and the 4th largest elephant population with 37,000 elephants. These figures are not just statistics. They are a testament to hope, hard work, and the collective action in safeguarding our natural heritage. KWS deserves our collective appreciation for fighting tirelessly for our wildlife heritage. I commend KWS for achieving another commendable milestone, mobilizing sufficient revenue to finance 87% of its overall corporate budget through internally generated funds, thanks to the consistent improvement in efficiency and transparency. Without a doubt, this progress is remarkable, and I urge the Kenya Wildlife Service Board and management to build on this achievement and with the same focus and dedication, intensify their efforts to achieve full financial self-sustainability within the next 2 years, thereby eliminating reliance on exchequer support. Partnerships will be crucial on this journey. Within the existing legal framework, KWS should establish robust public-private partnerships to attract investment in infrastructure development, create sustainable and competitive tourism products, and enhance park capacity. I now take this moment as I speak to the Kenya Wildlife Service, and I have asked the ministry to provide the policy direction on making sure that we unlock the tremendous opportunity that exists in our KWF's assets. The partnerships that enable people to tap into the resources that exist in our parks must be leveraged to make sure that there is beneficiation and benefit sharing between Kenya Wildlife Service and those investors who are investing in the assets that we have in our national parks. Leases must be reviewed, and I'm very happy that there is progress in making sure that the leases that have been given to persons operating at the park have been reviewed to reflect the current situation and to make sure that we unlock the tremendous opportunity and financial resources that can accrue to Kenya Wildlife Service so that they can better protect the wildlife assets that we have and that are a heritage to our country and a benefit to the people of Kenya. Let me also commend that this graduation ceremony is a graduation ceremony of great significance. We are hiring KWS Rangers, an exercise that has not happened in 10 years. And it is because we recognize the importance of our wildlife and the need for human capital to manage this resource. Number two, the hiring of 1,774 staff is the highest in the history of Kenya Wildlife Service. again reflecting our commitment to conservation and to making sure that the assets that we have in our natural heritage are safeguarded and they are managed for the generation that exists, and to make sure that they are protected for future generations as well. Thirdly, outside here, we have the largest contingent of vehicles that will be used by Kenya Wildlife Service. We have 98 vehicles that will be used by these young men and women to protect our wildlife assets and to manage our conservation spaces. Again, that is a testament to our commitment to building KWS as an institution that is going to support the wildlife sector and our national parks and game reserves. Allow me now to take this moment to address the 1,774 rangers graduating today. Always remember, young people, that you are the guardians of Kenya's natural wealth, the custodians of our national heritage, and the stewards of our shared responsibility to future generations. I urge you to carry out your duties with dedication, with courage, and patriotism. As you build your careers marked by heroic achievements, strive to perform bold, imaginative, and transformative deeds that will inspire many in this generation and in the generation to come. Let wisdom guide you that this earth and this nation are not ours alone. They are a cherished legacy passed down from generations past and trusted to us to safeguard for those yet to come. In our time, let us commit to actions that will secure an honorable place in the annals of history. All of us, government, communities, and partners, have a duty to work in dynamic and effective partnership to ensure that Kenya remains a global beacon of excellence in conservation, where people and wildlife flourish side by side, and development benefits all of us. Asanteni sana kwa wazazi waliofika hapa kwa siku ya leo, na wapongeza vijana hawa kwa kazi ambayo watafanya wakitoka katika training hii. Mimi nawauliza nyinyi kama vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya, vile nawauliza vijana wengine wa taifa letu, tujue ya kwamba taifa hii ni taifa la Kenya ambayo ni mali yetu sisi zote. Nimefurahi sana kuona vijana hawa wamekuwa wakiungana pamoja kutoka sehemu zote za taifa letu la Kenya, kutoka jamii zetu za taifa la Kenya, kutoka pande zote, wakiungana kwa pamoja kutekeleza wajibu wa muhimu wa taifa letu la Kenya kama wazalendo, wakisimama pamoja kuhakikisha ya kwamba wanyama wetu wa pori, sehemu zetu za national parks na game reserves, kuna sheria na kila mtu na wale wote wanaotutembelea kama watalii wako na usalama wa kutosha, ndio tuweze kutumia rasilimali Mungu ametupatia katika kufaidi sisi tulioko hapa leo na wale watakuja baada yetu. Nyinyi kama vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya, na wauliza, musikubali mtu awashawishi kudharau nchi yenu. Nchi ya Kenya ni nchi yenu na hatuna nchi nyingine. Nchi ya Kenya ni mali yetu na ni haki yetu, na sisi inatulazimu sisi tutetee na kulinda taifa letu la Kenya. Hakuna mtu atapenda taifa hii tusipopenda taifa letu la Kenya. We must, as the people of Kenya, know first and foremost that as patriotic Kenyans, we must stand up for Kenya. We must defend our country. We must never allow negative elements to scorn our country, to demean our country, to spread negative messages about our country. Kenya is first and foremost our home, and we must defend this country together. And I'm asking the young people of our nation to understand that you can never despise your motherland. We must always stand up for Kenya. And that is why I am very proud that we have patriotic citizens, men and women, trained, ready, full of energy to patriotically defend our country and our heritage in our national parks. You have my support. You have the support of the government of Kenya in making sure that you deliver on your mandate. And we will make every resource, every equipment, and every capability available to you so that you can discharge your responsibility, defend our heritage, and work for the country that we all love, our nation Kenya. Asanteni sana kwa wazazi wote, mkirudi nyumbani msalimiane, mpeleke salamu zetu na msaidie hawa vijana katika wajibu ambao wako nao wa kufanya kazi na kuhudumia taifa letu la Kenya. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki. Thank you very much.